guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And today, thanks to our buddy Josh Weaver.
Fuck yeah, he was.
Came up with the great idea for it.
He weaved us an idea. We fucking stole it.
We stole it. We're going to rank every single Halloween opening. Now, how we're going to do that is the title card drop is the end of the opening, technically. So some of these movies, they have Halloween Resurrection goes 16 minutes deep before they actually drop the title card. Rob Zombie's movies just start and they immediately drop the title card with no music. But that's the rules that we're playing by. When the title card drops, technically the opening is over with. So we're going to rank those, the top 10 or top 11, I think it is, Halloween opening sequences, title card drops, whatever you want to call it.
We're gonna take you on a fucking adventure and you're gonna love it. Guess why? Because it's free, bitch.
But before we get into that, I'm gonna talk about this week's sponsor. And guys, it's actually something really cool that we can all use. As you guys know, I just had my computer go down for a few days. Had to take it to the Geek Squad to get it fixed because I had 2 viruses on it. But May says
Pornhub fucks you over.
Surfshark VPN emailed me at the perfect time, and this thing's awesome, guys. It's a VPN, and it does all the stuff that you know VPNs do. It protects your stuff while you're on searching. You go to a library, you're on a vacation, you're searching, you're doing whatever you're searching. It's encrypted, it's protected, you're good to go. But what this does is something special, which means you can actually search. You want to watch 24? Can't do that in the US. You want to watch Sons of Anarchy? Can't do that in Netflix on the US, but you can do it in several other countries. What Surfshark VPN lets you do is go to those other countries and you can actually watch the stuff on Netflix you can't watch here.
So what you're basically saying is that you get to surf around the continents and get free shit.
That's right.
Good job, VPN. It stands for Virtual Porn Network.
I can feel it.
No, it doesn't. I was lying.
But it's also got the coolest name ever, Surfshark VPN, which is the first one I would go to anyway. But if you use our code WHAM down below, in the link below, you will not only get 85% off. It's exploding offer, Dean! 85% off plus 3 months for free, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't like it, you don't need it. It blocks ads. It told me that my passwords have been a part of hackers' leaks 7 times!
How much money-back guarantee? 30 days?
30 days.
I wish you'd get that shit when you get married. Hey, if you're not completely satisfied in 30 days, send that bitch back.
You would have needed a lot more than 30 days.
Yeah, I did. I took a while, but maybe extend a warranty.
But yeah, guys, check out Surfshark VPN down below again. If you use WHAM and the link below, you get 85% off, 30-day money-back guarantee, and 3 months for free. For free, dog, free.
You gonna argue about that shit?
Pinky gotta go pee.
Fuck you, Winn-Dixie.
So check that out in the link below. All right, let's get into the list. We're gonna start at the worst.
Okay.
And it's very easy.
It's not a retro sketch, bitch. Why did you erase my shit?
This one's pretty easy. It's Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Yeah, fuck
also, possibly, against Resurrection, maybe the worst Halloween film that has ever existed on this earth.
I was gonna say, what's your worst moment of any Halloween movie ever? Rob Zombie got to direct them. No, I mean, he did alright with the first one, but as far as opening goes, that thing had nothing to do with fucking Halloween. Like, except for the first 30 minutes of that movie, the opening sucked big old butthole bunghole.
Yeah, and again, it's the actual opening, the dream sequence is really cool, even though it turns out to be a dream sequence.
Yeah, but the opening.
But that's not what we're talking about here. Rob Zombie classically shit on John Carpenter's vision, did not use the music in either of his openings, and in the Halloween 2 opening, it comes up with that white unicorn bullshit. It's like a white unicorn means that sometimes you cast your wife in shitty movies. And
he gave him that Retron action. He wasn't even asking for it. He was
they do the little quote there about the white pony, the white unicorn, whatever the hell it's called. And then the next thing you know, all it is it's a flashback sequence to not to Dr. Loomis. It's a flashback sequence to Smith's Grove, and it's not even Dave Fairs. It's the other kid, the new kid that they brought in out of nowhere. And
that movie was all sorts of fucking confusing and wet dreamish, like things that Rob Zombie was having about his wife. Like, what the fuck happened? Like like literally, he looked like he wrote that script in opening based on a sketch that he was doing for his therapist.
And the opening set the stage for it too. It was like, this is all about Sherry Moon Zombie and a white pony. Here
Rob Zombie was like going to a therapist, and his therapist was like, "Hey man, make sure you keep a notepad and like write down any crazy wild thought." He was like, "I'll make this into a movie."
So it comes up. It's got the quote, and then it's got the mom talking to a young Michael Myers who's speaking, which is just weird, and you shouldn't have that anyways. No. And he's like, "Mommy, but I want to." She's like, "Just think of when you look at the horse, think of me." And he's like, "Okay." And then it's like, "Doom, Halloween 2," and that's your opening. It's the worst, most non-heinous, nothing to do with Halloween, no Halloween atmosphere, no nothing.
It was most bogus.
that brings us to our next one. Number 10 is also Rob Zombie. Now, we do like Rob Zombie's Halloween version and certain things about it, but the opening, it was, honest to God, I think it was on purpose. They on purpose did not play the Halloween music. They didn't do anything nostalgic towards Halloween whatsoever. It comes up with the quote, the title drops, they start the music, which is not the Halloween music, it's just the soundtrack, and then we go to, you know, Uncle Ronnie being like, take that damn mask off.
Take that damn thing off. Yeah, it was, again, I don't want to say it like that, but it is true. The fact is, it was egotism. Yep. That's pure egotism run rampant, okay? He just didn't want to make anything that was similar, super similar to John Carpenter, and was like, nah, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm gonna make my own thing. That's why Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's version exists, because, you know, son got mad at dad, said, fuck you, dad, I'll live on my own, and then is like camped out back.
He put it in raw. No music, no opening, no nothing. He just put us right into that hobo kitchen and said, take some steak. I heard you like Slapper Joes. Put some more Slapper Joe. I heard you like them sloppy.
Lady, you're scaring us.
That brings us to our next one. The first couple are really easy. They're obviously not good Halloween openings, which brings us to one of our favorite Halloweens. Much to your dismay, human beings of the earth, or the world.
What?
Halloween 6. Halloween 6.
I like that shit. That looks good as fuck.
The movie, but the opening is just literally...
Oh, yeah.
The theatrical opening is literally just like a quick... Like, you see Jamie in the hospital, you see all this quick... There's like... Halloween, the curse of Michael Myers. I like the font.
You hear the scream, it's all like a fucking pimp daddy slapped a hoe. You know... Michael! And then Halloween.
Yeah, but, I mean, it's a mirage of images, and then Halloween.
Yeah, they could have done so much better on that. Like I wish the opening had been more like when he's walking out of the you know, the shelter, and then made that the Halloween opening.
But yeah, well, that would have been bad.
That would have been cool.
And then you go back.
When you got that smoky shit, and then
talk about a reach around.
Woo!
That's a reach around.
Can we get that director's cut, Zach?
They don't do it.
Oh yeah, he did.
And the producer's cut's almost no different. Only difference is the producer's cut. It's got that weird Halloween 6 with
slamming his cousin
and all that shit like that. Why am I doing this so much? I'm really fucking fancy tonight.
I don't know. I think it's because it feels like we're on 60 Minutes with these, like this new setup.
But so Halloween 6, as much as we love the movie, no atmosphere, and a very Dimension opening too. And Dimension did a few of these films, but Dimension was like, we just want a big boom Dimension. Get it in, you damn. It's already gonna start to get a little good. The next one of the worst movies, but not that bad of an opening, Halloween Resurrection. 16 minutes before the title drop of this. So this title drop, it starts out with the music. They give you the rundown of the credits cards and all that stuff like that. And then you get the whole opening sequence where Michael Myers shows up to the mental institution, kills Laurie Strode, which is actually a pretty cool opening scene, even though the rest of the movie was the rest of the movie. The intensity, like how much that matters, that Michael kills Laurie and she kisses him and falls down, that's why this one ranks higher than the other ones. But
why you kiss your own brother, nasty?
And then if you watch closely on that scene, you can hear her kiss. They added in like a kiss, so she's...
Oh, God. I was like, that's no wonder he killed you. The incestual shit.
They dropped her quicker than Sylvester Stallone in Cliffhanger.
We ain't in West Virginia or Kentucky, you nasty hoe. But no, yeah, that opening was pretty decent. I didn't mind that. Like, especially like when he's like leaving, and then that one crazy kook is like talking about...
And he's back.
That was badass. And I was like, but unfortunately, Michael Myers looked like the lead singer from Sum 41 when he was walking down the hallway, so it took away from him.
And unfortunately, what followed was worse than 2020.
He was really just chasing after Avril Lavigne's last text message.
What followed was 2019 to 2020 type shit. It got real bad after that.
It was pretty rough.
Next up we have Halloween 3. Now this is one of the ones that goes straight into the title card drop. There's no actual footage, any scenes before the drop. That was cool as fuck. That was cool as fuck.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
put it up on the screen
that's
right
like when your friend takes you to a club and you're seeing a lot of weird people outside, but then you walk in, you hear that music hit you, and then they got like some fucking like flashers, not like titties, but like actual flashing of lights, and you're like, God damn, I like this place. Where'd you find it? And you like Craigslist,
and they actually make a pumpkin in MS-DOS, which is fucking impossible. So it had the music, it had that even though John Carpenter didn't direct it, Tommy Lee Wallace did, it had that awesome John Carpenter style music going on with the weird...
Almost made up for the fact that Michael Myers wasn't even in that bitch!
Number 6! Halloween H2 Oh, now, Halloween, for one, dude, it was really cool.
That was a really cool scene, though.
It was, because for one, it was the first movie that people around our age group got to see a Halloween movie in the theater. Like, I remember we were all there opening night to see Halloween H2O. It brought it back for the first time in a while. They, you know, obviously they disregarded all the sequels, or a lot of the sequels. And just sitting in the theater and watching that and having it come on, it felt a lot like 2018. Like, oh my God, we're actually in a movie theater watching Halloween again.
It was just amazing to see Jamie Lee Curtis back.
Yeah.
With, you know, a Halloween franchise. I mean, because you guys, not that the newer generation is spoiled, but at that time, man, it was a huge fucking deal. I mean,
yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis had not even touched Halloween since Halloween 2, 81. And then when you have that happening 20 years later, that shit was fucking huge, man. That was significant. The only thing... Huge titties. The only thing that would have been better is if John Carpenter had come back to direct it. Like, that would have been the full circle. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But either way, that opening... And dude, my favorite part is like the Loomis overtones to it. And you know, for a long time, that guy did such a great job with that voice. I thought that was Donald Pleasance. Like, they had found... You know, or just, you know, like, I don't know, I'm gonna say relapsed. I'm getting ready to do that in alcoholism. But no, just got looped over and over again, you know, the actual Donald Pleasance performance. But no, dude, that, with the music coming on, very soft, as Donald Pleasance is talking.
They're weaving that camera around the office, showing all those cool, and if you really pause it and look into that opening, there's some really cool, like, notes on the wall and shit.
Yeah, they did a really good job showing the obsessiveness of Loomis to Michael.
And even before that, it counts because it's before the title drop. You've got the chain smoking nurse that gets it. You got her death coming up. You got Joseph Gordon-Levitt get a little crazy with the stick. He gets an ice skate to the face. It's a really good opening. I didn't mind it at all. Now, it didn't have the pumpkin. It didn't really have those feels to it. It was setting the stage for the screamless atmosphere that this movie had overall.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't like about it.
But still, yet the opening again. Looking around her office and seeing all the Loomis clips and hearing
so cool,
sort of Loomis's voice was so pretty neat.
Yeah.
But now when I watch it though, I do notice, I'm like, God damn, that's not Loomis. Like, it's close, he does a good job, but you know what? Not there.
And you know that if Donald Pleasance had been alive, he would have been in the fucking movie.
Hell yeah.
Like, he would have signed up the first goddamn day.
He said he'd do like 26 of them if he could. On number 5, we have Halloween 2018, a movie that we loved. But when you go in there, man, it ends on him holding up the mask, be like, "Say something, Michael!" And then,
what if Michael had said "dick"?
Oh, he's not a big
not like a sexual thing. But you remember that little cartoon thing? It was like "dick," D-I-C.
I'm from Saskatchewan.
You know, that had been a Rob Zombie movie. He'd been like unicorn. And then title drop. Hey, look, I'll tell you something. I've never in my life wanted any animal to die, but that motherfucking unicorn, fuck you, okay? And I seen Neverending Story. Artex
wasn't even a unicorn, it was just a white horse.
Hey, yeah, and Artex was a white horse, and that was the most devastating thing I've ever seen in Neverending Story, but I wanted that motherfucker to drown in the swamp of sorrow. But either way, yeah, dude, that opening, I remember we were in the theater watching that shit, me, you, and Cody, man.
We were like elbowing each other.
It's like, dude, you seeing this? Are you watching? Because dude, as soon as he's like, say so, you get that boom! Yeah. Like, you are in a Halloween movie.
It's so orange. I haven't seen so much orange on the screen in all my life.
I came 3 times. Like, even before. But yeah, dude, it was so beautifully like choreographed. The way that the pumpkin starts rising up, like inflating by itself. That shit was fucking incredible.
What an awesome spin on the original pumpkin. Like, and we'll get to those other pumpkin.
I kind of got mad at Marcel. So I was like, dude, that doesn't look like it was that expensive. We could have done that one of our videos.
Just like put it like the thing that you put your basketball with inside of a dead pumpkin and just like come back to life, damn you! I'm sure they did something different.
Yeah,
obviously
cool.
they just
they did. I mean, they were smarter than us, but it looked like something we could do.
That would have been us outside with the fucking Nerf thing. Like,
no, dude,
pumpkin,
like with the fucking bicycle pump. When I was going, pump that bitch.
Tom Hanks and Castro, like, I have met pumpkin.
Churn that butter.
But amazing. They brought the feels back. It had a bunch of Halloween atmosphere.
And it puts you so in it.
Great job.
Like as soon as that opening was done, you're like, oh, I mean, I was already sold on the movie anyway. We all were, but when that happened,
I'm inside now.
God damn! Like, thank you for taking me to the promised land.
I think this is going going to be too high for a lot of people, but I don't give a flying fart.
Nobody can be too high.
What's weird about this movie, Halloween 5, it was also one of our favorite, if not our most favorite, Halloween movie ending. For a bad movie, don't get me wrong, I don't love Halloween 5, but the opening to Halloween 5, if you remember the opening that Jay and I did on a Halloween Horror Month a couple years ago, it was based on that.
This is all that's left of your legacy, Michael, if you don't come here right now. Hey, a vacation, is that all I asked for? I put my time in for 401k. Nope, they say no. They say Dr. Loomis, please, Michael is almost better. And here I am, carving a goddamn pumpkin in the middle of that on my knees. This is concrete. Why couldn't we do this at a flower patch? I don't know, because Michael doesn't want to. Michael, this is your goddamn favorite holiday.
You've got that badass lettering that comes up, and it's like, you know, Donald Pleasance, all that shit's coming up, and then all of a sudden that pumpkin guts. He's just stabbing a pumpkin, and it's ominous music.
When I was a kid, well, you know what? I was gonna go ahead and address that. Like, that's one of the, you know, where it's at on the list. I was gonna interchange it with 1, but it's fine where it is. I'm just saying it could be interchangeable because it's so nostalgic for me. When I was a kid, I always remember that opening specifically so fucking well. I don't know why. Just because you see, you know, like Mike said, the pumpkin guts just going everywhere. You know, Michael is pissed at that fucking pumpkin because it's too soft. Like, I don't know what he was mad about, but I was wondering when I was a kid, I was like, why is Michael just fucking chopping up a pumpkin to put it out for decorations?
I thought you liked Halloween.
No, I was like, he's got to have a lot more time than I thought, because I thought he was a serial killer, but he's decorating. Like, he's gonna have a great fucking. But I don't know what it was. You know, the flashes of the blade, the way that the camera works, and that sound. Yeah. Like, it sounds like he's. And they're doing it on purpose, dude. Like, because it sounds like a body like ripping open and shit. Yeah. Like, you know what it kind of reminded me of? It kind of reminded me of the Nightmare on Elm Street 3 opening.
Yeah, I can see
kind of where she's like making the fucking house.
Yeah,
and it kind of did that whole thing, and it was really good. But yeah, I could put that higher. But the way where it is right now on the list, it's definitely in the top 5 either way. But
yeah, again, not movie, but just opening sequence. That was really memorable, which is why we used it for one of our Halloween Horror Month openings, our own version of it.
Michael, look at this garbage filth. Michael, I am not carving any more pumpkins till Thanksgiving. Hey, Michael, I have a question. Have you ever thought why they always package Oktoberfest in one time of the year? Why don't they just package it goodness and release it all year round? God damn it, I want that beer. I love that beer. Still good. The award show should not be as difficult as it was a couple of years ago. Moonlight won, not La La Land.
This is gonna make people mad.
Why?
Because it's so
What'd you do?
The original Halloween opening scene. It comes up immediately with the Compass Entertainment or whatever it says. Immediately with the music and the pumpkin. The first time that the world ever hears Michael Myers' classic theme song, the pumpkin just flashing there, looking awesome. I mean, what else can you say about it? It's the fucking Quichocho. It's the top of the line. It's the great stuff. It's the original, man. You want that shit? You buy that shit.
You want the Persian rug from your mother's house? You come to our shop.
Just get it.
No, yeah, Halloween, the opening sequence for the original Halloween is, like, if you're a fan of horror, like, even if you're not necessarily a fan of Michael Myers overall, you still know that opening. That opening really set the standard for a lot of movies that came after, and that is, like, just the, you know, with little Michael Myers, with the way the camera shot, one fucking shot, by the way.
Which that doesn't even count here, because it's just, it doesn't, the title drops before that.
Well, I know, but I wanted to say it. that was hard. But yeah, the opening sequence with the pumpkin, it forever set what Michael Myers is all about, and what, you know, the people feel nostalgic for him and that movie franchise. But yeah, it's one of the best ever, and you can't get that mad. It's in the top 3.
And look, it's technically it is the best because it was the original, and none of the other ones would have existed after it. We just wanted to go with what.
Don't back off.
With the whole plethora, with the whole buffet in front of you. The whole robust buffet that we have to look at here. It was the first one, so it is the best one, but now they've had a chance to build on it, which is where we'll go with our top 2 choices. Number 2.
Well, when you say buffet, I think of Teen Wolf. Boof. Marty, you know, like, he wanted, Scott wanted to get, like, he had boof. It's like, go boof!
I think a Golden Corral and, like, just taking a plate of fries and then just pouring the baked potato nacho cheese all over it. We'll never get to do that again.
Well, it actually does sound like the, hey, y'all want to go to the buffet?
I feel like Josh Hartnett talking about Golden Corral in the years of COVID is like, Golden Corral is dead.
Golden Corral is dead.
It's dead!
And Michael Myers is dead.
I'm going to Golden Corral. Number 2.
2 slot.
Yeah, I had to check my notes. Number 2 is Halloween.
You got notes. He all prepared and shit. I'm ready to just wing it.
I wrote it on my dick. I don't know if you can tell.
Let's wing it.
I just hold. I gotta stretch it out and be like, number 2.
Yeah, you got that E.T. dick going.
Number 2, the second best Halloween opening sequence of all time belongs to Halloween 4. Now another one that that's
the one. Okay, so it's a Halloween 4 that I would have switched out, that I could interchange with Halloween 5.
Yeah, and I get that, but Halloween 4, nothing really happens in that opening sequence. But think about it, Michael's been gone since Halloween 2. You had a Halloween 3 happen, and then how do they bring him back? With the most Halloween atmosphere in the entire franchise is in that opening sequence.
It is.
That opening, the barns, that fucking pumpkin sitting on that roller coaster with the fucking Forrest Milton and the fucking side sitting next to him. It's so silent. You can just hear like.
It either was the best Halloween, or one of the best Halloween openings ever, or the greatest brochure for Dollywood I've ever seen. But no, it was
Michael's Arts and Crafts.
Ow, my toe! I think it could have been better. It's good. I mean, for fuck's sake, it's one of the best ever. That's why we put it so high on the list. But at the same time, like, one of the best sequences after that is when they rush him out of the hospital bed.
Right, but that doesn't count.
I know.
It's after the title.
I'm just saying. I want to throw out something to use. Okay, will you listen for 5 seconds? But no, imagine if they had done that and that was the opening, right? Yeah. And then with the guy talking about this is hell, it would have had like, while they're like trying to resuscitate Michael or whatever, then you would have that voiceover with some flashes of like the autumn part. But yeah, as far as like getting you in the autumn mood and wanting, to pick some fucking leaves and like have an October experience and drink some Sam Adams, it's definitely That movie itself, not just the opening, it puts you in the fall mood better than any other Michael Myers movie.
That's what I'm saying. It set the tone, though. I think that opening set the most fallish, like, Halloween atmosphere for the entire movie to follow, man. And even though Halloween 4 has a lot of problems, the mask, the fucking shoulder blades,
goddamn Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation walking around.
I'm on the back of your truck.
Proceed.
Don't shoot me.
No, the Picard said, engage.
But no, that opening was beautiful, man. It's so simple and it's so well done. But that sound of wind in the background, them just showing all that fall shit. Again, here's our version of it that we filmed for a Halloween Horror Month.
That was a good opening. When I saw that, I was like, damn, I was gonna cry.
I went to a pumpkin patch and I just walked around. I took my kids to the pumpkin patch and she's like, hey, come get some apple cider. I was like, hang on a second.
Because I knew exactly what it was trying to be. I was like, I got all emotional and shit. I was like, it felt like Blockbuster's just opened back up.
Everybody at the pumpkin patch was like, what's that weird dude filming that bale of hay for? I'm like, I don't have to explain my art to you, Warren.
Yeah, dude, when I saw that opening, man, I got like a sense of like old carpet smell and like broken dreams, but also that weird carpet smell that Blockbuster only had. You know what I'm talking about? And like fresh fucking
that was good.
There was something weird about that. It had gumballs and it had like treats and snacks and then a weird carpet smell that
That's how Pennywise the Clown would get us to come in the store. He'd be like, smell this.
Dude, if he held I'm coming in the fucking sewer hole, if he was like, hey, I got a Blockbuster video rental store down here. Come on down. I'm like, all right, bitch. Let's see what's going on. Like, you got them new releases? Yeah, but dude, as far as number 2, it's definitely deserving on the list.
Yeah, so that leaves us with number 1. Number 1 is Halloween 2. Opening Halloween 2. You get a little bit of bonus here. You don't just get the opening awesome sequence, which we'll get to in a second, but it picks up literally where Halloween Kills is supposed to pick up. Really good. With a flashback sequence after the events of Halloween. So it shows Loomis talking to Lloyd, like, yes, I believe it was. And then he runs downstairs. Touch me, Jim.
Almost ruined your keyboard.
Oh, no.
I didn't know.
But the sounds of passion have ruined my computer.
Don't fucking touch me.
But no, Loomis runs down there. Michael's gone from the grassy knoll. The neighbor's like, I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight. You don't know what that is.
You said that when you popped your belly. I was like, I've been trick-or-treated to death, bitch. I've had all those candies.
You don't know what that is. And then you get that awesome fucking drop. And it's the same thing. It has all the goodness of the original Halloween opening sequence, but that fucking pumpkin turns around, dude, and that skull inside of it scared the shit out of me, man.
You imagine seeing that in theaters though?
Oh.
Like how, like you would know, you're like, bitch, I'm in some sort of a brutal goddamn death metal band from Norwegia. Like this is gonna be nasty. Because they took
Do you want to stop my berserker?
but yeah, they took the opening from Halloween 1, right? And then they injected it with like Tool DNA. Like of a music video, and that motherfucker cracks open and a skull is coming through. You're like, oh, that is so punk rock. It was amazing. And you know, as a kid watching that, because I think maybe I blocked it out.
Yeah, dude.
Because that shit was fucking scary, man. It's still, but you know, as you get older and you appreciate the finer things like black art, magic, and Wiccan, like I guess
goth chicks.
You get more into it. You're like, oh yeah, man, that was actually a really good opening sequence
And a great tattoo.
Oh, dude, it was one of the best. Like, dude, I got a figurine. I don't know which figurine it was, but it comes with. Oh, it was a Michael Myers figurine from NECA, and it comes with the skull coming through.
Yeah.
The pumpkin, because it's so iconic. It's so iconic, and I think that should. Honestly, I mean, I love the Halloween 2018 opening, but I wish they might have done that.
I was getting ready to say, dude, what if in Halloween Kills they do the same type of opening?
They should blow the fucking thing up, and it's just
but then it splits open, and it's just a fucking skull underneath with pumpkin guts all over.
I hope it has dreadlocks and shit. Rob Zombie, bitch, you're dead.
But not only that, you had that jangly ass version of the Michael Myers theme going on. Instead, like bum 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 bum, it was like.
You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of when Psycho 3 did their opening.
Yeah.
They had that techno cool shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's when you think of the pumpkin associated with Michael Myers, like you think of the skull coming through or melting through the mask.
Yeah, it's the most gnarly one.
It's almost like saying like, hey, this is a fun activity, and you take your fucking kids and they're dressed as like pirates and princesses, but actually underneath a skull.
It's the best of both worlds because you've got the classic Halloween opening, but also that gnarly fucking new shit, that new underneath. So that's our list, guys. That's our ranking. Feel free to disagree.
That skull got into an entanglement with the pumpkin.
No, we're talking about a relationship.
Entanglement, bitch.
But that's our list. That is our top ones. Don't forget, click the link below to get that Shark VPN up in you. And make sure you click subscribe to get more videos like this with your fucking faces. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn wham up in you.
Get it, filling it good. God damn, it's dangerous.
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits cause he's a white-faced fucker. Loomis can't recover, Dr. Challenge drunk again, sleeping with your sister's friends.
Do you want to know about the darkness?
I said, God damn.
God damn you, Michael!
I said, God damn.
A lot of people don't know the darkness that goes inside their hearts.
I said, God damn.
God damn you, Michael! What are you gonna do on October 31st?